in paraspace. Now, so Andrew and I read this article, Andrew Crystal in New Zealand, and because I saw it on the airport on the way to New Zealand, he said, that's a good article. And so we then had to drive into a town. This was the first couple of days I was there, like December 3rd or 4th, anniversary of Frank Zappa dying when he died 14 years before. And so we're driving along, and we were talking about the tactile terror. And we're talking about how tactility, it's an old theme, threatened every culture. The extension of tactility. So I said, it's a tactile terror. Then I said, we're in the post-tactile, post-information society, which I've been saying for 7 years. And I said, it's caveman or something, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah, pterodactyl. I go, ooh, you know the bird? Pterodactyl. That's tactile terror backwards. Pterodactyl. Dactyl. So from tactile terror, which is the Android meme over the AP, AM over AP is tactile terror. Now it's AP, we're bigger than the media. All media's become little tiny animals and our pets. So AP, the anthropomorphic physical, is over the Android meme. All right? So we've gone from tactile terror, AM over AP, to AP over AM, pterodactyl. And we're all flying, Bush is a flying terror. We just shit on Iraq. And then, the Afghans are suing and fighting and killing each other. And so the American death squad, everybody's shooting. We've got financial warfare, pterodactyl, Goldman Sachs. We're going to buy you up. So we were just celebrating this discovery that we knew. I had always been saying we were in the Paleolithic age, caveman with dinosaurs and tech, those old icons. And I said, shit, that's the reverse. He said pterodactyl. Andrew did. I think he knew what he meant, but I said, oh, that's right. That's tactile terror backwards. So we celebrated that, and now we say we're not in a modern age or a postmodern age. We're in a paramodern. We never leave previous phases. Para is above, below, beside, behind, inside, outside, all around, inside. So we're all para. With our 4 bodies, we have 5 bodies, para bodies. So we were saying we're in a para zone. So we then thought of that article and how every media is becoming a pet. But it isn't a little pet that you have dangling around beside you on a leash. The pets we have today are inside us, above us, below us, around us. They're parapets. So we invented this phrase, the age of the parapet. Think of paratrooping. But paratrooping is the hardware from an airplane. But we're paratrooping into media, and media's into our bodies, and they're paratrooping back into us, right?
Yes.
So, parapet. Now, I almost brought this up yesterday, but I said that'd take too long to explain. But then you brought up the pet thing. I said, oh, good, there's the clue. I'm going to answer Nancy's and bring in what I wanted to say about pets. Then how's that?
Parapet, isn't that like a precipice?
Right. So
isn't that like the defense tower in the castle?
Exactly. Now here, so he
That's
said.
what she said.
Yeah.
I know, but see, here's the thing. He says parapet, and with his New Zealander accent,
It sounded like what?
it sounded like something else, which I can't remember. And I was trying to define parapet, and all of a sudden he said, the little thing in the fortress. And I go, oh, that's what you're saying. I said, yeah, that's right. And it totally fit, because what we have today is everybody's putting walls up around themselves, isolating themselves. Remember the original narcissism with the mechanical and the nudity in response? Mm-hmm. But, how do we say this? You see, under the TV tactile terror age, we were all inside a unified cloning of ESP. When you have the digital, when you start to have Walkmans and video recorders, you didn't have to watch Ed Sullivan at the same time. The mass one-way broadcasting was limited by 2-way choice factors where you could watch it if you taped it.
That global village thing like falls apart.
That's right. The global unity falls apart. And on the way is the global theater phase. Then the global theater shrinks, and more, the digital age is giving you technologies where you can interact with the old cloned ESP analog media on your own time, your own space, and your own convenience.
Like we did when we looked at the old show that where
What's my line?
What's my line?
Yeah, we can redo it, which means all times now are back. You know, there's no time, past, present, future, and the voluntary ESP, low threshold and gap.
I could tell you where that took me, but that would just throw it all off.
You keep it to yourself.
Keep my
Okay?
mouth
Keep your
shut.
gap to yourself.
It had to do with T.S. Eliot. That'll help.
No, it's on the album. I do that, and someone says, "Don't lose your words, Bob."
Who is that?
Oh, I don't know, some anonymous
I
caller.
love the way he said that.
Yeah, don't lose your words. But
It
see
was
that?
very nicely said.
Yeah.
Don't lose your words, Mom.
Yeah, but
Like,
see
I could've been-
the caller comes in. It's a game. Like they're going, "Oh, I'm interested in your authority. What do you have to say about this?" And then they wait for your answer, and then they pounce on you. You know what I mean? They make fun of you. So he says, "Don't lose words." But remember what I said. I said, "Oh no, stuttering creates involvement.
Creates the gap.
Yeah, it creates a gap. If you notice when someone starts stuttering, you start really looking at them.
Yeah.
So I said I was just mentally stuttering to have you draw in, and it allowed you to say, "Watch your words, Bob." And then I got this whole shit I just told you. You know, new topic, new content. Anyways, what are we saying? Talking about so when digital technology, I call it voluntary ESP. You voluntarily go back into the cloned ESP at your own time and pace and see something. So there's a gradual. The web did not connect people; it disconnected people. Okay, disconnecting everybody from everybody, all in their little matrix tubes.
Exactly. That's what I mean by email.
Yeah.
It's good because it's convenient for me to write to you and you pick it up when you want to, but it's not a real connection.
You lose community and all the old values,
Totally, yeah.
which were supreme in the 50s and 60s with the global merger and TV screen. Everybody looking at the same thing, right? We're all one. The Beatles and all that stuff, right? But they didn't know, we're going to flip into, we're all billions of parts now, right? So